सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिडतरकला यावली लोभनीयं पीयूषाप्लावितोऽहं तदुतरे दिव्यकैशोरवेशं तारुण्यारम्भरम्यं परमसुखरसास्वाद रोमाञ्चिताङ्गैः आवीतं नारदाद्यैः विलसदुपनिषत् सुन्दरी मण्डलैश्च
Gurupavanapure Hantabhagyam Jananam. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. We have been witnessing the Samudra Manthanam, because of which, when the Devas and the Asuras, with the complete grace of Bhagavan, where he appeared as Kurmamurti, where he came as Ajitamurti, where he gave energy to both sides to churn, and he himself churned. In that due process, we saw what all emerged from the waters. This is where we have the next shloka. Girisha druhinadi sarva devan gunabhajopya vimukta doshaleshan avabrishya sadaiva sarvaramye nihita tvai anayapi divyamala avamrishya gunabhajaha api. After reflecting upon what should happen, Gunabhajaha api, though possessed of beautiful virtues, Girisha druhinadi sarvadevan. After having gods, the Devas, like Brahma, Shiva and others, avimukta doshaleshan, were not completely free. Now, this is where Bhaṭṭatiri takes it one step further. He said that Mahalakshmi did not choose Brahma, Shiva and others because they had some kind of shortcomings. He says, Avimukta doshaleshan. Avimukta. So they were not free from doshaleshan, some kind of shortcomings. So, Girisha druhinadi sarvadevan. Girisha is Sakshatu Shiva. Druhina is Brahma. Girisha druhinadi Sarvadevan, Divyamala Nihita, the divine garland, that particular beautiful garland was bestowed, Anaya Api Tvai. Now that was bestowed by her on her part to Tvai, to you. Now the beauty is, if you remember in the previous episode, I had created a situation where the Samudra Raja asks his dear daughter Sri Mahalakshmi, whom will you marry? Kshirabdhi Kannike Shri Mahalakshmi Yarike Vadhuva Guve Mahalakshmi Yarige Vadhuva Guve Yarige Vadhuva Guve. Whom will you marry? So in that we had said that, Mahalakshmi did not choose the Lord of Ayodhya, maybe of Dwaraka, of Badrinath, then Puri, then Pandharpur. So she rejected every place after the other, and then she had two choices, Guruvayur or Srirangam. But here Bhaṭṭatiri says so beautifully, he says, Anaya api tvai. She did not choose Brahma, Shiva and others. She chose you. Whereby you means Guruvayur. So as per Nārāyaṇa Bhaṭṭatiri, in Śrīman Nārāyaṇīyam, Mahalakshmi chose Guruvayurappan. Now you may wonder, when you go to the beautiful temple of Guruvayur, you see Krishna there in the Garbhagriha. Where is the Sannidhi for Mahalakshmi? Where is that sanctum sanctorum for Mahalakshmi? You may ask. She is always Vakshasthala Nivasini. She is always seated on his chest. So you don't need a separate sanctum to be dedicated towards her. She is there with him. Without her, he cannot survive. He cannot live. So that very survival, his very satta is based on Mahalakshmi. Anaya api tvai sada sarvaramye eva. Why did she choose you? Because you are perfect in every other way. Sadaya sarvaramye. In whichever time, whichever place, whichever moment, sarvaramye. She says in this particular shloka. Urasa tarasa mama nithainam bhuvananam jananim ananya bhavam. Then he says, Urasa tarasa mama nithainam bhuvananam jananim ananya bhavam. Tvaduro vilasat tadikshana shri parivristya paripushtamasa vishvam. Urasa, by offering your chest. See, I told you, in Sri Guruvayur there is no Sannidhi for Mahalakshmi. Why? Because Bhagavan Krishna there said, Mahalakshmi, come and sit here. So, Urasa. See, generally, the husbands may tell the wife, oh, you're here. But that is just an allegorical thing. You cannot literally place your dear wife, however dear she is you, on your heart. But Mahavishnu does that. Urasa. Tvam mamanitha tarasa. You were immediately honored. Immediately he says, mamanitha tarasa. Immediately you were honored. Yenam jananim bhuvananam. She became the mother of all the worlds. Mata Devi Tvamasi Bhagavan Vasudeva Pitame Jatas Soham Janani Ubayoho Ekalakshyam Dayayaha. When he is Vasudeva, the Pita, the Jagat Pita, you are the Jaganmata. Ananya Bhavam. Your mind, when you went and sat on Sri Mahavishnu's chest, and thereby he honored you and you became the mother of the worlds, your mind went nowhere else. Ananya bhavam tvaduro vilasat tadikshana shri parivristya. By that auspicious glances of that Bhagavati that fell on everyone from your chest, Vishwam asa paripushtam. The universe attained beautiful prosperity, dhana samriddhi. That is why ಅತ್ತಿತ್ತಗಳದ ಭಕ್ತರ ಮನೆಯೊಳು ನಿತ್ಯ ಮಹೋತ್ಸವ ನಿತ್ಯ ಸುಮಂಗಲ ಸತ್ಯವ ತೋರುವ ಸಾಧು ಸಜ್ಜನರ ಚಿತ್ತತಿ ಹೊಳೆಯುವ ಪುತ್ತಳಿ ಬೊಮ್ಮೆ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ. So when you invite Mahalakshmi, you ask her to stay within your mind. Chittati ಹೊಳೆಯುವ ಪುತ್ತಳಿ ಬೊಮ್ಮೆ. So you ask her to stay in your mind, you ask her to stay in your house. Kanaka vrishtiya karayutabare manike manava siddhiya tore dinakara koti tejati holayuva janakarayara kumari bare bhagyada. So you call her home. So that she brings prosperity. The moment she sat on Bhagavan's chest, Vishwam asa paripushtam. The world attained prosperity. It was not only some place where the Samudra Manthanam happened. Whichever part of the world that attained prosperity. Adimohana vibhrama tadani madayanti khalu varuni niragar tamasaf padavim adastvamenam atisammananaya mahasurebhyaha. Tadani niragat Varuni. Then what emerged? Varuni emerged. Varuni is not exactly an equivalent of liquor that we say today. That which keeps a person not alert. But it will keep him in a certain state where he is always on a high. So, Tadani niragat Varuni. Adimohana vibhrama. Moment Varuni emerged, everybody was excited. Madayanti khalu, that which also causes madam. that which keeps you always in a drunken state. So, Tvam Adaha Yenam, thereby, hey Krishna of Guruvayur, you gave her Padavim Tamasaha, that Varuni, the source of Tamo Gunam. Padavim Tamasaha. Then this Tamo Gunam deriving Varuni, whom should that go to? Maha Asurebhya. So it has to go to Maha Asurebhya. The Asuras it went to. Ati Sammananaya. So to show great respect, Bhagavan said, Asuras, you have done a great job, take the Varuni. Now, Tarunambuda Sundarasthadatvam Nanu Dhanvantari Uthito Murashe Amritam Kalashe Vahan Karabhyam Akhilartim Haramarutalayesha Tada Tvam Uthitaha Amburashe. So there were various products like Uchchaishravas, Airavatam, Kamadhenu, Kalpakavriksham, all that which emerged that was given away. Halahalam emerged, Kalakutam emerged, Shiva took that away. Mahalakshmi emerged, she married Bhagavan. Varuni emerged, that was given to the Asuras. Then finally what emerged? Tada Tvam. Bhaṭṭatiri looks at Krishna and says, then you, Uthitaha Amburashehe, Amburashehe, from the ocean you emerged as Dhanavantarihi. You emerged as Dhanavantari. Dhanavantari is that avataram of Bhagavan where he carries Amrita Kalasham, that pot of ambrosia. What does this denote? This ambrosia denotes that he will be able to rejuvenate, will be able to energize, will be able to give that Shakti to the Astikas. So even today, if you go to Ayurveda as a Shastram, it derives its treatment to something called Panchakarma. So ghee, herbal ghee, which has medicinal value, will be administered to the patient. It is called Snehapanam. Then that will attract the toxins and is said to come out as Avamanam. Then there will be Rechakam, Kumbhakam, all that will happen through the pranayamam where your nasal passages will be cleared. Then your intestines will be cleared. And then Rakta Mochanam. For all this we call it Panchakarma, which is very popular. And you will be surprised. Bhaṭṭatiri, who hails from Kerala, talks so high about Dhanavantari. Dhanavantari is the lord of Ayurveda. And Ayurveda, it is largely practiced in Kerala. There are other places, of course, where Ayurveda is practiced, but Kerala is an important place. So, Dhanavantari carries this Amrita Kalasham. So, Tarunambuda Sundaraha, he looks so charming, like the rain-bearing clouds. Vahan Karabhyam, and carrying that by your hands. Amritam Nanu Kalashe, that ambrosia itself in a pot. He Marutalayesha, he Bhagavan, the one who now stays in Guruvayur, Hara Akhilartim, destroy my woes. So Bhaṭṭatiri has, a very twofold approach here. He says, when the Samudra Manthanam happened, Bhagavan gave away Varuni to the Asuras. So naturally, Amritam had to come to the Devas. He carried Amritam in an Amrita Kalasham as his own very form called as Dhanavantari. The other meaning is Bhagavan, Vaidyo Narayano Harihi, we keep telling. Bhagavan is the best physician, medical practitioner. So he is called Bhishak. In Vishnu Sahasranamam, he is called Bhishak because he cures away all our diseases. In which avatara? As Dhanavantari. What does Dhanavantari carry? Amritam. So Bhaṭṭatiri is trying to say, for Devas you wanted to bring that Amritam. Yes, I agree. I am not a Deva. I am just a Brahmana who is suffering from Vatarogam. For that ailment, why don't you give me a solution? Hara Akhilarthim. If you think that you can destroy my ailment, you can. Please give me that Amritam so that you can relieve me also from this Vatarogam. Says Bhaṭṭatiri in this particular Dashakam, that kind of completes the Kurmavatara Ghattam. But remember, Bhagavan gave Varuni to the Asuras, Amritam to the Devas. Somebody must have spotted that this is happening. For them it was like cheating. Varuni to them, Amritam to the Devas. Who spotted? What happened after this comes in the next Dashakam.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादि दिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते। नारायण 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 नारायण